Hi Raj, how are you doing?
Yes, yes, I am doing well. What about you?
Also, I am doing great and I am fantastic, but I am feeling little bit cold, so you can sense. So, and one more thing, very good morning because now we are going to meet in morning time. So, very good morning, buddy. And I want to know, I have watched a lot of video on YouTube. So, I want to know about your journey. Like, would you like to say something about your journey?
Yes, why not? Because first of all, I would like to say one thing that I have very cold and cough. That's why my voice is like a very like a high and something like that. So you
Hmm.
can and you can ignore it. First of all, so if I say that my journey, so I started I think 1.5 year ago. That time from that time it's been going on, and so I
Hmm.
started from time and I'm practicing and I'm enjoying, loving to talk with people, various peoples, and that's
Hmm.
how it at that point of time.
Okay, that's nice. And do you know about me? So actually, I didn't introduce myself. So do you know about me?
Not really, but I have seen you, and I think so. Just give me your little introduction so that I can know you
Okay.
also.
So as you know, my name is Pradipta, and my nickname that is Saheb. And nowadays, I am working with a private organization as a store in charge. And along with that, I am trying to enhance my English skill. That's why nowadays I am trying to interact with new stranger in order to remove my agitation and boost my confidence level.
Okay.
And yeah,
Please.
that's all about my introduction. And one more thing I want to now, I want to know, like as you mentioned, for a long time you have been practicing your English. So which kind of trouble you are facing, or how do you defend that?
I think travels that came in the initial days because when I started that time, obviously travels are coming in the initial days for each and everyone, right? So there is no
Hmm.
harm. The more trouble will come, that means you will overcome and you will step by step pass particular level of particular any journey, right? So similarly,
Hmm.
trouble means I'm talking about like first initial days translation trouble, then came the problem like confidence trouble. So these are the troubles, these are the barriers I can say each and every language is having, right? So you can take the example of apart from your mother tongue, if you know
Hmm.
any other language, so first things comes that translation problem. So we have to remove. Once your translation problem will be removed, that means you need vocab, right? So once the
Hmm.
vocab problem will be removed, that means now you are in the capable stage that you can talk with anyone. But still something will be lacking that is confidence, fear. So
Hmm.
you need to move these three things. So then those initial days, these things happen with me, and confidence also I am working on that because nowadays my focus is on like a vocabs, learning new vocabs, and confidence and fear. So these are the things that I am trying to working so that yeah, it can be beneficial for me.
Then how you are working for your pronunciation? As you know, you belongs from Howrah. I know very well because I have watched lot of video, and I come from Odisha. My native place that is Odisha. But as you know, your native tongue that is Bengali, my native tongue that is Udiya. So how it's domains? So how you are making easy to pronounce?
Pronunciation and everything depends on your that practice, right? Because the more
Mm,
you practice, everything will be solved. Because I believe one thing that the people you saw, people you watch, people you listen, the what you listen that you become. So I always
mm,
try to listen to people, those who are helpful for me, because in case of like any learning, if I listen particular person, I know that if I continuously listening that person, so I will become like that. So I try to adopt new things so that I can try to pronounce such kind of things like them. So I learned from them. So various YouTubers are there to whom I would watch. I used to watch. Even I am recent days also I am watching. So these YouTubers also like a indirectly helping me to pronounce
mm,
something. But I always believe that Indian accent is really amazing. Indian accent clearly pronounce each and every word, right? So I always
mm,
believe in that, and I just love to talk in this manner. I love to pronounce in a clear manner as much as I can. I'm also trying
mm.
to do that.
Yeah, that is necessary. First pronunciation, then after you can looking for your accent.
Yes,
And
yes, yes.
nowadays I have seen lots of video on YouTube. You are trying to interact with new stranger. And what do you think? Like nowadays, you are going to touch with clapping or any other platform, or you are practicing for yourself?
No, no, it's not like that. Clapping, I haven't subscribed clapping or family. So I have different people to talk so many times. So this how I talk with various people. Even also sometimes I request some people for talking, and that's how I started because I think that yes, clapping or family in future might be I will be purchasing few plan, but not more than like a very much plan I will not purchase because yeah, this is somehow this is costly, so I'm not going to
Hmm.
do that. But yeah, if I just for a video making purpose, might be in future I will be purchasing one at least one or two plans. That's not more
Hmm.
than
Yeah, I am thinking like same thing. Nowadays, I'm trying to develop my best thing in English so that like in final stage, I would like to check out there like which is my lack part and how I need to defend that. Like how I need work on. And one more
important.
thing, I want to know about you because like now you are in Howrah or any other place.
Yes, yes, I'm in Howrah.
You are a student of like commerce. Am I right? Okay. Have you done your graduation or you are studying now?
Yeah, yeah, I have done. I have done it.
Okay. So, what is your plan like in future? Like now you have done your graduation. So, what are you looking for?
If I say that what I'm looking for, so I just want to learn all these things like related to like finance and taxation. So that's
Mm,
why I'm in that field also. So I mentioned myself that I am a student, so I'm studying in that particular field. So where I'm learning such kind of things as to get the knowledge, like as much as I can, because there are so many things in finance, there are so many things in
mm,
tax. So if you want to know, so you have to go through that process. So I'm trying to
mm,
learn that as I can because it gives me such kind of like a happiness where I learn something related to finance, decision making, and all these things. So yeah, decision making one important aspect. So yes, these are the things that I'm learning also nowadays.
mm. Yeah, and one more thing, one more question I want to ask. That is, as you mentioned previously, for a long time you have been practicing for your English, exercising your English. So how do you know like which is my lag part and how I need to work on like which is my lag part? How do you know? Because as you mentioned, you are not interacting with any other Twitter. So how do you know like which is my lag part and I need to work there?
Okay. So yes, I think one thing that obviously coming in our mind that which is the lacking part or which is the weaking part, right? So
Mm,
where we have to work. So everyone is having the weak part where they have to work. So best way to know it that how if you record yourself and check
mm,
it after a few weeks later, then definitely
mm,
you will be capable enough to see. So everyone, those
mm,
who are working English language, they are capable
mm,
enough to check like previously how they were and nowadays they how they are. So these are the ways to check it. Even sometimes we are not able to check that time we should take the mentor, we should take the guide from someone so
mm,
that person can help us to actually correct our mistakes, right? So it
mm,
depends on person's mentality. Sometimes if
mm,
you do not want to spend any money, that time you will be working by yourself. Sometimes if you want to spend little bit of money, so you can go with mentor. So I do not think that going with mentor is having a very harm. So if you want, so you can go with mentor, right? So these
mm.
are the things that you have to do, and definitely it will be very good for you, I think.
Okay.
So from person to person.
Mm. That's nice. Or anything else you want to ask me? Because this
Yeah,
is our first intro.
so first of all, just because you mentioned that you are from Odisha, right?
Mm.
So I have been Odisha many times because of like a when going to Puri because Puri is
Oh,
very famous place.
yeah.
So I think in life, if I went like any particular place for the long time or like
Mm.
many times, so this is only. So I think 6 or 7 times I went to Puri.
Oh,
So in my
that's amazing.
2 days to till now, 7 times I went to Puri, and
Oh my.
it's the amazing place that I've seen. So like
Mm.
how far your home is from Puri?
Yeah, it's a 180 kilometer. As you know, when you are going Puri through Baleswar, I think you know about very well Baleswar, Jaleswar. So it's nearby, Bhubaneswar. So my hometown to Puri, that is 180 kilometer.
Okay, 180 kilometer. That means
Mm.
like, how many times you have visited Puri?
I have visited two time, not more time, like two time I have visited because I was, I was busy from my study in in past, and then like in 2018 I have done my graduation. Then after I have been working so far, so I was not getting such kind of time. That's the reason I haven't visited lot more time there, but I have visited two times, and now this year I have a plan. Like in March, I am going to visit my hometown through Kharagpur. I think you know very well Kharagpur.
Yes.
Yes. So in March, I have a plan to visit there, and one more plan. Like I have decided to visit Kedarnath and Badrinath temple in September to October.
Wow, that means you mentioned that hometown. Right now, where are you
Mm.
living?
Currently, I am in Daman, as I mentioned, I have mentioned in mail.
Mhm.
I am living in Daman due to my job.
Okay, okay, okay. That's
Yeah.
very good. You are planning
Mm.
to go to your hometown, right? In the
Yeah.
March. Very good. And also, one more thing that I have for you, I have a question for you. That is, like
Mm.
you mentioned that Puri you have visited for two times. But apart
Mm.
from Puri, so in our country, like what are the places that you have visited so far from your childhood to
Yeah.
now?
I have visited a lot of places. Like when it comes to Kolkata, like West Bengal, I have visited several places like your Howrah and Badbazar, Bowbazar, Sialda, Baliganj, Kallesh Street, and Kharagpur, Digha, Kanti, lot of places. And in Odisha, several places. And Andhra Pradesh, like Vijayawada, Kakinada, and Nerol, Tirupati. And one time I had visited Bangalore and some places in Gujarat and Maharashtra and several places in Daman and Diu.
Wow, that's really great. So I
Yeah.
will not talk about like Gujarat and Maharashtra because I do not know anything. But you mentioned that you have visited like a West Bengal Boro Bazaar
Mm,
and like College Street because
mm,
so I purchase anything from College Street because it's a big market of book and khatas, right? So you can
yeah.
find any. So what generally we do is that I think every 6 months later we go with our friends or maybe four
Mm,
months later go to our
mm,
friends and we purchase books together so that it can
mm,
save our because there are
mm,
like you can buy some cheap books and you can buy some second hand books. So I what
mm,
we that we go with our friends and pick up a very huge bag and taking out
mm,
all books that is required for a
yeah.
particular 6 months. So we do
Mm,
take all this and we are just taking out all these things. That's very amazing experience. So every day I think
mm,
here, I think in March also I will go to College Street for buying lot of
mm.
books in next 6 months or maybe
Oh.
khata, all these things that I have. So I'll be buying
Mm,
in this. So definitely very
mm,
soon I will to College Street with my
mm,
friends to like a khatas, especially
mm.
khatas. I think.
And one more thing I want to ask, that is, as you know very well, in English journey, when you are going to skip touch in English for a few days, you are going to like then after you will fumbling sometime because you have skipped some days for your practice. So what do you do for your exercising your English daily wise? Is there any special platform where you are going to practice?
If I say that that you mentioned that if you are skipping for few days, then
Mm,
definitely it will bother you. It will actually the problem is not in our English. So if you actually skip 7 days, so
mm,
I think that English will be changed or it is the English problem. You will forget all these things. You will forget the sentence structure. You will be forgetting that how to speak English. No, it's not
mm,
like that. It is the
mm,
actually emotional problem. It is the emotional problem because your mind is telling that yes, no, you haven't practiced, so other people actually went ahead than you. That's
mm,
why kind of problem is coming. But actually in
mm,
reality like that. English is
mm,
not a problem. You are speaking for 7 days. So what you can do? So if you are speaking, make sure that you are actually doing self-talk. So I mentioned in my one of my video that self-talk is
mm,
very. So if you are not able to speak with someone in particular day, so
mm,
actually fill up this gap with self-talk. Self-talk can be
mm,
very very. So in this way you can start with self-talk, and if it is very very urgent problem, sometimes in a human
mm,
life urgent problems. Sometimes you have to skip practice for
mm,
like a sometimes 1 week or 2 weeks. So
mm,
give the your mind the valid reason that why are you skipping. So might be the very urgent problem came to your life. So yes, your mind knows that this time this guy cannot practice, right? So automatically
mm,
your mind and from the 14 days later or 14 15 days later you can start your practice, but do not
mm,
skip your practice for entire 1 month. It's very harmful. Yes, it is very harmful.
mm. Yeah, you are, whatever you mentioned, that is correct. Like, this is our imagination. Sometimes, I am fumbling because I am not going to practice every day because lack of time. So that's right. And anything else would you like to ask, or would you like to
Anything?
know about me?
Definitely, definitely. So that as you mentioned that you are doing job, right? Yes, but
Mm.
you are doing job in which field? Means food and something you mentioned. I forget about it.
Yeah, definitely. I would like to, I would be happy to, answer it. And when it comes to my job, I'm working as a store in charge with a private organization. And nature of our company, we are manufacturing pharma packaging product like aluminum foil, PVC clear, printed aluminum foil, such kind of products. So I am going to handle our store department. We are having three store department like RM store, FG store, and WIP store, and we are having 17%, and I am the store in charge. I am going to handle our store function, and yeah, that's all about our company.
Okay, tour function means you have to organize few traveling, right? Tours, like where your company is going or something like that. You have to
Yeah,
manage all this.
yeah.
Okay. I think for company, I think they have to be traveling for purchasing some few things or something like that at a cheap price or at a good price, or I think finding the best material. That's
Mm,
why tour is also required, right? And you are
yeah,
in that in charge of that particular sector,
yeah,
I think, particular domain.
yeah. Yeah, and
Exactly.
like I am, enhancing my English skill because during audit, especially in audit, a lot of our auditors, they're from southern part of our country like Chennai, Bangalore. They don't know proper Hindi. That's the reason I am getting lot of trouble to understand them. That's the reason nowadays I am trying to enhance my English level so that it will be better to communicate them.
Exactly, exactly. So I think you have to also, I think companies, every member have to interact with auditor, right? So give the
Mm,
every and all these things because their work
mm,
is to verify the financial statement that
yeah.
whatever you get that is true or not. So yes, they
Mm,
will. I think auditor will ask you the I think all these things. So
mm.
have you ever faced such kind of trouble situation in your company like where auditor were asking lot of questions and you guys were not able to give the answer or something like
Yeah,
that?
several time it's happening like auditor when they are asking something through English, and when I am not understanding them, so my senior staff always they handle like what which kind of thing they are asking and which kind of thing you need to answer. Always like he helps me, and that's the reason it's not having a big problem. I'm going to handle very easily. Yeah, sometime nowadays I can realize, yes, that is my lack part. I need to work on and I need to develop that part. That's the reason, as I mentioned previously, I'm trying to enhance my English level so that it would be a better way to communicate them.
Yes, yes, yes. That is the thing
Mm,
also. I have seen that many people are telling that when the auditor
mm,
comes,
mm,
everything should up and fit, right? And fit and
mm.
perfect. So you have to
Yeah.
be give answer to the auditor because he will be checking all these things. Whatever you have
Mm,
written and whatever
yeah.
the statements are there, and all these things will be checked so that he
Mm,
can sign in that particular means a chartered accountant can sign in that particular
mm,
finance. So yes, I love to all this auditing work. I don't know if I
mm,
get chance in the future to do this kind of things. So I'll be very
mm,
happy. But when it
mm,
comes to that auditing factor, auditing the any particular statements,
mm,
and all these things whether it's actually correct with that the things that the company is telling. So yes,
mm,
it's a very amazing experience. Those who are doing auditing, I think, are very lucky. Sometimes
mm,
what is I know many of my friends they are doing
mm,
auditing, they're actually working, so they are actually taking the practical like a experience because they are also belonging from same field where I am. So what they are doing is that they are going and they are telling that yes, in company we are getting so many facilities. When we go to
mm.
for audit from a particular under a CA, so that time they are providing us foods, they are providing us very various facilities, they are
Yeah,
giving us like a hotel
a lot of
facility also.
facility.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mm,
Auditors, I think auditors having a great respect also sometimes in society. So
yeah.
like a company, so many things they are telling that such
Mm,
a scenario is creating for the auditors,
yeah.
I think.
So, Raj, anything else would you like to ask?
Uh, right now I am not having, so if you can just ask.
Nobody. Currently, I am not getting such kind of trouble, such kind of question to ask you. So it is our first interaction. So I think we need to wind up our conversation. So next time, I will come up with a lot of questions to ask you, so we can make another conversation.
It's my
Okay.
pleasure. So thank you for
And
inviting
thank
me.
you, Raj.
And
Especially it's my pleasure to talking with you, and thanks for your valuable time.
yes, yes, okay.
Okay.
Also.